Most of your images are horrible. Sorry to say that. Hi, it's Peter here, and let's get right into the business. Have you ever considered how many great images, or even good ones, you have in a month? I have had a habit of making a video in January every year where I look back to my older images, and to be honest, there aren't many great ones to choose from. I've gone month by month and checked out how many my images are good, or maybe there are some great ones. As I said, there aren't too many actually to choose from. Does that mean that I'm a bad photographer? Well, some might say that yes, I am. But the reason is not that I have only few images per month that are good ones or great ones to share. Most photographers that you see and look at their body of work, that's a fraction of the whole set of images that they have made in their career. There are very few good ones in any photographer's work. You could say that there are hundreds or even thousands bad images behind every good photograph. But the thing is, how to find those good images? It's all about recognizing the good ones. But how to do that? What I usually do, and this might help you too, is to take a distance from your images. You go out and photograph during a weekend and finding a great place to photograph birds, or you go to the streets or landscape, or it doesn't matter what it is. When you come back home, upload the images right away, take a glance of the images, and then leave them for a week or two. Get back to those images and start looking at them. The reason to take distance from those images that you have just made is simply to get the distance from the feeling of making those images. Because when we come out or come back from our photo shoot, we're all psyched up about the images and we want to get into them right away and choose the best ones. Yes, you can do that, but still you need to go back after a week or two, or even a month. You might find some images that you missed on that hype that you had right after uploading your images. You might see images totally different way because you have distanced yourself from the actual act of making those images. You don't have the same feeling anymore. You start to look at them as photographs and not a representation of the memory you had from the shoot. And that is something that you will make you better, and you will start seeing your image a different way, and you start picking maybe the best ones. And I have this image from August. I was in this area in Espoo. It's Keilanimi, where there are a lot of offices and corporate buildings and pretty high buildings in our standards. And I was looking at this reflection and I saw this lady walking, and just by chance she, fixed her glasses on the way, or she might have realized that I was taking the image and wanted to cover her face. I don't know. Anyways, I think that's a good thing in this image, and of course the position and everything. But that's not my point. The point is that this is the way it looked originally, and I kind of just looked pretty boring and a lot of things, a messy image. But after a couple of weeks, I came back to the image and edited it when I realized that, hey, maybe there is an image right in the center, and this way it looks a lot better. There are a place for the eye to rest, and of course the position and all that, which I was explaining earlier, and then also the reflections kind of give an impression of the area, even though I'm not showing it, and the background would have been pretty boring without the reflection. So if I could photograph this the other way around, it would have been a boring image. This reflection here that is a little bit odd made it interesting, but it doesn't steal the attention from the person in the image. But this is one image that I came across later after the shoot, and it helped me a lot to take the distance of the whole thing, because right after I didn't see this image when I came back and uploaded them to my computer. It wasn't there, but a couple later, I found it. And then another thing what we need to be is strict with ourselves. Be harsh on your own images. That's the best way to learn. And really start thinking of what is good. And as I said, if you take a distance from them, you start finding it. And when you're starting to be more strict on yourself, not only when picking the images after the photo shoot, but also during the photo shoot. That will result from you being strict at the computer when you're looking at your old images from the day, or even further older, or even older images. And then you start being more strict on yourself while you're making the images. And that is something that will make you better, because that will slow you down. And when you slow down, you start seeing more, you start exploring more, and kind of like pre-visualize what you have learned from your images from the past. I hope you understand what it's not easy for me to explain what I mean, but I hope you understand. And if you don't, please comment in the comment section below, and I will try to explain it to you in the comment. And then also, when you start slowing down, you will photograph a little less, and you have less images to go through, because I know people that photograph so many photographs on their photo shoot. They say, yeah, I went out last night to photograph, I have 1,000 images, and now the edit, kind of like the edit queue is huge. Yes, but that's two problems. First of all, there's no pre-visualizing, it's just firing away all over the place, and you don't need to edit all the images. Just pick the best one. If it's one subject, you go out for street photographs, or you go for birds, pick the best one and edit that, and let the others be, and then go back to those and see if you can find another one or a third one. Or maybe the one that you picked at first is not the best one. So when you're slowing down, you will start to photograph less, and the hit rate is higher, and you have less time to spend looking at your images on your computer, more time to do something else or photograph. And then, what is a good amount of good or great images in a month? As I said at the beginning, most of your images are crap. There used to be a rule back in the film days when we used 36-roll film. One image a roll is a great achievement. Unfortunately now it seems to be that one image in a 64GB memory card is a good achievement. Nevertheless, if that's the case, only show that one image. Don't care about the rest. So if you have one image or two images a month that are great ones, that's pretty good. I suggest that after watching this video, go back to your archives and go your images month by month and see how many good ones you have per month. And also, of course, count only those months that you have actually had time to photograph. I know, life is busy, there's work, there's family, there's everything. And you might not have been able to photograph every month. But yeah, pick those that you have had and see how many good ones you've succeeded to photograph. And please let us know in the comments down below. And be harsh on yourself. Only pick the really good ones. But if you don't find any, don't be sad. Because if you have had time to go out and photograph, you might have maybe been distracted about something in the work or something in life. And, that's human. Don't worry about that. Because there are always joy of making the images. The actual act of being out there and photograph is, at least for me, is a big joy. And I don't always care if I don't get any good images. But if you go out there regularly and photograph, rest will follow. There will be great images. So if you start stressing it, it won't. Or have a big stress or pressure getting good images, you won't. Just relax and enjoy photography. And like I said, rest will follow. And this comes to enjoy photography. This is the biggest thing. Enjoy the photography, the act of making the image, and you will get better because you're relaxed when you're enjoying, and you will. Because you don't have a pressure. As a hobbyist, you don't have a pressure to make that a great image. As a professional, it's a different thing. You have to deliver to the client. But when you're photographing for yourself, don't worry. Just enjoy photography. And what is a good photograph? I've been talking about good photographs in this video, but haven't said what is good image. And here is a video about building blocks that are included in a good photograph. You might want to watch that after you watch this video. And then you go to the archives and tell me in the comments down below how many good images you have had a month this year. But hey, thanks for watching and bye for now.